All right, we're waiting for Red to say go, and it looks like we are going live. Hello, everyone. Stephen Smith here at Inside Out Studio. I'm here with Mr. Mark Hodge. Mark, you want to say hi to anyone out there?
Hi.
Hi to everyone, just a general hi to everybody. So hello to all of your housemates, as well as Patty, if you happen to catch this show. Happy to have Mark here with me today. We're going to continue with Organic Arts Month in November. So we've been making some natural inks in the past couple weeks. Today we're going to be doing some DIY paper. So we kind of took a spin on organic arts. It's more like recycled arts today. So we're going to be taking some different colors of paper that we've shredded up and turned into a little bit of a pulp mixture earlier today and attempt to make our own paper. So as always, we're experimenting this month, so we'll see how it turns out. We got a couple different methods that we're trying out. One is just pressing the pulp manually into a screen with Mark here. And we're also going to be featuring Evan Pullman in just a little bit. So he's been shaking up some pulp in a little plastic bottle. So we'll see what method he's going to do soon. I want to start off by saying thank you to Sherry Armstead and everyone over at Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. They are a seasoned sponsor for Live Art Mini, so that allows us to bring it to the public and showcase our artists and get a glimpse of what happens in the studio on a day-to-day basis. So go check out Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. Holidays are here, so we've got tons of cool things in our shop. They've got tons of cool handmade, one-of-a-kind artworks in their gallery as well. So they're located on Sims Road in Fairfield. All right, Mark, Thanksgiving's coming up this week. Anything that you're looking forward to eating? A little bit of everything. Yep, naming a lot of things. So turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, lots of good stuff coming up. So I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving out there. We are also going to be open for Small Business Saturday. So we are taking a break here on Thursday and Friday from the studio, but we're going to be open Small Business Saturday, so come on out and see us. We're open from 10 to 4 in our shop. So check out Mark's work as well as Evan's work and everyone else here at the studio. Very good. All right, should we get to it, Mark? Give it a try. All right, we're going to switch to the creativity camera. We're going to go to our overhead shot here. All right, so Mark, everyone is looking what's on that right screen on our computer. So they're looking down right in front of you on there. I'll say this project's been inspired by a number of things, like thinking about how to do your own type of materials. Also, Kinsey Fields, who works up front as our retail and gallery associate, made some of her own recycled paper recently. So you can see the little bits of the neon yellow as well as the orange. Looks like the base is gray, so I'm guessing that's probably going to be newsprint or newspaper that she used, but she pressed her own handmade paper. So the difference between this and regular paper, it's going to be a little bit thicker because you're working with pulp, and it's hard to get a nice consistent thinness like you would for computer paper and other things. So that was one inspiration. The other inspiration is Hamilton has a huge history in terms of paper making and the paper mills that used to be here. Champion Paper was a huge founder for the city and employed a number of artists, and it's being reinvented into Spooky Nook. So we've got a huge history of paper in the city, and we're going to attempt to make our own here. All right, Mark. I'm going to set the microphone down here so we can get our hands dirty. I'm going to say what we did earlier today. I'll say we did take our shortcuts based upon the different videos that we've been watching during lunch, the tutorials we've been researching, but we were soaking different colors of paper, and we're going to go with a Christmas theme, holiday theme for these pieces that we're making today with Mark and Evan. So Mark selected white and red paper. You can see just like mashing up that paper pulp. The white has turned to pink just because the dyes and the pigments in the red have bled through. And also we've got this nice pink water down below. Mark, you want to demonstrate how you've been mashing the pulp together? So really we just got in there and just started ripping up pieces. Trying to get into like smaller pieces, that way the water can soak in and integrate into the paper, kind of break down the fibers. I was going to say the videos that we've been watching, most methods use a emulsion blender or a regular blender. But we tried hands-on DIY for this one. So we're just going to break it up into smaller pieces. Yep, very good. Nice, get your hands in there, get a little dirty, make some art. So these would be good for handmade cards, unique art projects. The texture is going to be a little bit rougher than your standard paper that you get from an art store or, let's say, computer paper. So you'd have to use a marker, something with a thicker tip to it. But also at that point, the paper itself turns into a piece of the artwork. All right, Mark. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide your screen over. So we've got the towels underneath it. So that's going to catch a lot of the moisture coming through to make sure we don't have spills going all over the place. But for our hands-on paper, we're just going to be taking the bits of the pulp, spreading them out, and pressing them into the screen. All right, Mark, let's get those hands in there. Help me out. You always want to make sure it's connected. There's no gaps in there. And as you're putting it on there, make sure it's about an even thickness as much as you can, just from the feel of it. Very good, Mark. Move this out of the way. Forgive the background noise. We still have construction in progress. We got our sensory room coming in here soon. We're hoping to open that up in December. That's going to feature some technology, dimmable lights, something that's more sensory friendly for artists that want a little quieter space to create in. And while we're working on our paper, if you're out there, give us a like, give us a love, give us a comment. Happy to field any questions you have about the studio. I said, Mark, I'm going to have to connect your section with mine. So we're pressing that together. It's a little thicker up here, so we're just going to thin it out some. Move some of these pieces down below. I was going to say, if we had a ton of pulp, we could take it edge to edge and make a nice, clean, rectangular sheet. But this looks like it's turning out to more of an organic piece. So we can have a rougher edge to it. Just press it down like that.
It looks like steak.
Or bacon.
Or bacon.
Yeah. All right. We got the peanut gallery. John from Mojo Constructions in the background there. So John's a great guy. He's been the contractor that's been doing the build out for our administrative offices, as well as our sensory room, as well as our new closet for a drain. And they turn it into a card, make a message. We don't want too many hills and valleys because it'd be harder for the markers and materials to go over top of. Well, since John said that, I can't not see it as a steak now. Do you like steak, Mark? All right, apologies here that we're cutting in and out there, so we're struggling with our feed as of the last few weeks, so apologies for that. On playback, it does go nice and smoothly though, so check out our YouTube page. You can see this episode in the near future, as well as checking out all the previous episodes of Live Art Mini that we created. You can see all the artists of Inside Out as they take their turns. What do you think of? What's it look like to you?
Bacon?
Maybe a little bit. All right, Mark, we're just going to pat it down with your hands like that. We'll try to get it as flat as possible. And then we're feeling for any mountains. So we got your hills and valleys. We want to make sure it's trying to even thickness all across. So if you feel a part that's a little bit taller or thicker, we'll move it somewhere else. So with this, the natural fibers are going to connect together. So we're wetting it. And then our next step, here's our first attempt, is we're going to cover it up with a towel. Try to keep everything in place. So press down really hard on that, Mark. We're going to try to get some moisture out first. Keeping everything in place, we're going to attempt a flip.
Flip?
We're going to flip it. All right.
Flip it?
Got some good pressure there? Okay, I'm going to attempt to flip here.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Try to keep everything in place. We'll do a flip. There we go. All right. And now we're going to take a dry sponge and you're just going to sponge the top of it. What we're trying to do is extract all the water from that paper pulp now. So we're letting it dry. We got towels on the bottom absorbing the moisture. We got the sponge on top absorbing the moisture. You want to keep pressing down really hard. So keep doing that, Mark. I want to go all the way down. Keep pressing down really hard. There's a lot of repetition to this to make sure we're getting as much moisture out as possible. Like I said, properly, you want to soak that water or soak that paper and the pulp for about 24 hours ahead of time to get it nice and juicy and broken down. And then, all right, Mark, you want to keep sponging it. Keep extracting that water. Really, we're just, since it's underneath the screen, instead of wiping it, you just want to push it down. And that moisture gets absorbed into the sponge out of the paper pulp. Like that.
You're doing mine like that?
What's that, Evan?
You're going to put mine like that?
Yep, we're going to flip yours the exact same way, except you've got a different method. You got the shaker bottle full of pulp. So we're going to be doing more of a pouring technique with Evan once we get there.
Let's flip it.
Let's see how it's going. We'll take the screen off. So it's still nice and juicy. I don't think everything's adhered together quite yet, but we're just going to let this dry. Probably let it dry for a good 24 hours as well. That way all the water is going to evaporate out. And then once it's completely dry, you'd have your own piece of paper that you created, kind of collaged from the colors that you chose, the brown, the red, and the white, which is now turned to pink. So we call this our steak paper for the day. We'll see how Evan's turns out because he's got some Christmas colors as well. So before we switch over to Evan, let's hear a quick message from Debbie and Sherry over at Symmetry Boutique and Gallery.
Hi, it's Sherry, and I'm here with Debbie at Symmetry. We just want to take a moment to say thanks for your love and support of Symmetry Boutique and Gallery, because we love you at Inspiration Studios as much as you love us. Come see us, come see some of our outdoor art, and mention this video for a 10% discount. Look forward to seeing you.
That's right. See you soon.
Jody.
Oh, I forgot our audio was off. So we're back here. I've got Evan Pullman by my side, the famous Pullmans of Hamilton. Anyone you want to say hi to out there?
Jody.
You want to say hi to Jody? Well, she's like just a table away from you, so that's an easy one. All righty. All All right, just got notified that we had no sound, but I did realize that. So Evan's got a slightly different method. Evan, you want to show what you've been working on?
The bottom.
Oh, we'll pick it on up and then hold it up so everyone can see. So we've got Evan's bottle full of pulp. So what colors did you select today, sir?
White and red. Green.
White, red, and green. Got the Christmas spirit going on. So Evan's been shaking this up. So we've taken the small bits of paper and then submerged that in some hot water and turned it into a pulp in the bottle. So hopefully all the colors going to retain their own individual look to it. We know that red and green are complementary colors, so they can kind of dull each other out. But we'll see how things come out. So what we're going to do, Evan, is you're going to literally pour your bottle out onto your screen. And then, yep, go ahead and pour all of it. We'll see how big of a sheet we can create. But then we're going to spread it out with our hands. And then that way, well, we won't do it yet. We got to switch to our creativity camera to see how it comes out.
Should I pour it now?
When we switch over to our big camera. So we're going to spread that out with our hands and try to create a nice, level, even image. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to flip that screen so the flat side's down and sponge it from the top to get as much excess moisture out as we can. So let's go to the creativity camera again. So we're going to have to shuffle a few things around here to make sure that we're in shot. Move some of our towels out of the way. We will go ahead and give it a few last shakes. So you can see it's full of pulp. I'll make sure that even distribution of water and pulp all the way through. Let's see, I think our camera is frozen here. Let me re-add our creativity camera. So sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll be right back with you.
It frozen.
It did freeze. All right, so we're going to re-add it here into our vMix program. We got our USB camera. Switch over real quick. And there we go, we're back in action. Didn't take too long. So once again, we've got our bottle full of paper pulp. We're just going to give it the last few shakes. Make sure it's distributed evenly. So my thinking on this, Evan, is we want to try to control how fast it's coming out as much as possible so it doesn't get stopped up at the tip. There's not like big clumps. So let's slide this over here. Would you like to do the honors to begin the pour?
You pour it.
You can pour it. Let's see it. Let's see, like give it a little jiggle as it's coming out. So we got the water coming out first. There we go. There's some pulp coming out right there. So you want to kind of keep it in a middle rectangular area. I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
One of the. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to start to smash it in with your fingers. Give a little squeeze there. That's one of the that's one of the good things about using the plastic bottles. You give it a little squeeze. There you go. Give it a try, Evan. I'll add some sound effects. How about that? And then we'll pat it down. Try to make a nice thin layer. Keep going. We're going to fill it all up. We're going to get all that pulp out of there. Make a nice big sheet. Bloop, 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 bloop. There we go.
It won't come out.
It is coming out. Just got to give it a little squeeze there. And then we're going to spread it with our fingers. Maybe get some down.
Stuck.
Oh, there's a big one. Oh, so many jokes we can make right now. All right, give it more of the squeeze over here. There we go. Maybe turn it at an angle. It's kind of like when you're trying to get ketchup out of the bottle. Maybe get a little whack on the bottom. Oh, there we go. Just got to give it a squeeze. Very good.
It won't come out.
Well, it's coming, just little by little. You gotta keep squeezing. I'll keep patting if you keep squeezing. So this is a lot juicier mix. Since it got shaken up in the bottle, the water really got integrated into the fibers of the paper and made a wetter pulp. A little shot on this corner right here.
Not really working out.
I know. It won't come out. Oh.
All right, now Evan, you can start pressing. Sure you can. It's just paper. I know it looked and sounded gross, but it's just paper. We can make a nice little edge here. All right. Hands on there, Mr. Pullman. Let's see some pattern. See if I can get the rest of this out.
You gotta start cooking.
Yeah. You could always add more water and then shake it up again.
I could do it.
You're going to go add some more water? Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to start pressing out the pulp. I would say the paper that Mark and I made stayed together a little bit more because it was bigger pieces. But since Evan's pulp is small little tiny bits, it's a little bit more fragile when you're kind of patting it down. So just trying to make it even around the edges. Say if you had a ton of pulp, you could go edge to edge, make a nice large sheet. How we doing on that water, Evan? Well, hot water's good. That'll make it kind of soak in a little bit faster. All right, pull up a chair. So we had the comment that Mark's Christmas paper looked like steak. This is starting to look like a fruitcake. A lot of different colors starting to pop up.
Fruitcake.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if we can get the last of our pulp out of there.
I don't know.
So that's why we got the towels underneath. Gonna soak up all that water. There we go, it's flowing. So in terms of the screen, you can make your own screen. You have like a screen print screen. I'm guessing maybe like some like fine wire, chicken wire. You could probably do your own out of. I actually got this from the hardware store. It's just a replacement screen for a window. It's only about $5. Got a little drip coming out.
David.
Get some drips coming over the edge. We've soaked our towels. But now we've got some
You got me wet.
nice, thick, wide piece of future paper that we're putting together. All right, Evan, hands on again. We're going to put some towel over top. If you could just start pressing in, absorbing that water, that would be great.
It's not big.
I'm going to do a second coat there. Since your method was a little bit had more water to it, you're going to need to absorb more.
This is not that big.
No, yours are definitely more Christmas color. We'll call it fruitcake paper. We'll brand it.
Fruitcake.
still very juicy, so we're going to add another towel on top. Try to get as much water out of there before we flip it.
I tried.
You're doing a good job. All right. So wish me luck. We're going to hold this towel tight. Quick flip. All right. Just flatten that out underneath again.
What are you gonna do with it?
And then you take this, and you're just going to press down from the top. So now the paper pulp is sitting on the paper towels, or on the towels, and you're going to absorb the water through the screen this way, just by pressing down really hard. So water travels to a point of least resistance. So there's soaked up in that sponge. There we go. Let me do a quick zoom while you're sponging so we can get a closer look at that paper.
What are you doing, Steven?
We're going to zoom
To who?
just closer to what you're working on right now. You're putting those muscles into it. All right, we're getting close to the end of Live Art Mini, so we'll do a quick reveal. So it looks like, it's kind of like a deep crimson red is the base for the color. I mean, we would just let this sit on here and dry for the rest of the evening, and then come back tomorrow, and after all the moisture is evaporated out of it, you would have a solid sheet of paper you could work with, and all that pulp and all the fibers would stick together and recreate themselves. All right, very good, Mr. Pullman. Any parting words for the day? We're getting to the end of Live Art Mini here.
How?
No? Okay. What'd you do this weekend? All right. So we are going to check in. We've got a few minutes left, so let's roll around and check in with some of our other artists here. We actually had a celebrity in the studio this morning. Miss Jody Mann was featured on Channel 12. Was going to be featured on Channel 12 tonight, talking about her family and their vaccinations and her experience here at the art studio. Anyone you want to say hi to?
I just want to say hi to everybody.
Everybody out there, what are you looking forward to for this Thanksgiving?
Turkey dressing, watching TV, drinking beer.
Dressing your turkey?
No, I'm eating the dressing and the turkey.
All right.
And having fun.
All right. Well, stay safe.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, let's check in here with Miss Liz Pfeiffer, who's working on a number of Christmas ornaments, who created the star design that we're featuring this year. We've also got some other Christmas ornaments new for the studio with a gnome as well as some Christmas trees. Liz, what are you looking forward to this Thanksgiving?
I'm not really looking forward to putting up the Christmas tree and cooking.
Oh. Are you looking forward to eating it, though?
Eating what, the Christmas tree?
Yes, the Christmas tree. All right. Lots of wisecracks here at the studio. Brett and Savvy, what are you working on today?
Oh, I see Christmas. I see Christmas angels. Mm-hmm.
Yep, we got some new Christmas ceramic angels coming out. Brett, what are you looking forward to for Thanksgiving?
Oh, actually being with my family.
Being with your family. How about you, Savvy?
Eating.
Eating. All right. I'm a big fan of that, too. And then we'll end our show here with Miss Erin Williams. Erin, what are you working on today?
Cows.
Cows. Yeah, you got the cool cow magnet happening right there.
Snowflakes.
And a snowflake ornament.
Duck feeder. Colors.
What is your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Potatoes.
Very good. Turkey.
Turkeys. Fruit punch.
Fruit punch.
Pepsi.
Yeah, we got a lot of food fans here. So, Erin, let's say a big goodbye to everyone that was watching Live Art Mini. And Allison. Hey. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Check out.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Come see us at Small Business Saturday and check out our online store or come see us in person. Bye, everybody.